At the karting stage at Autosport International 2013, and we've had drivers come from all over the UK and have travelled a long way to be here, but my next guest, I would say, has travelled further than everybody else to come here and share his experiences with you this weekend. I'd like to welcome onto the stage the 2012 Rotax Grand Finals Micromax champion, Ayrton Simmons. Ayrton, welcome to Birmingham, and I know that you've flown in especially for today, and it's a great pleasure to have you and your Rotax World Finals championship winning trophy on stage with us.
For me, this race was really important for my career, and winning this means a lot.
Because, now, a little bit of a backstory. Born in the UK, when you were 4, you moved out to Spain. Now at the grand old age of 11, and you spent most of your career racing in Spain, in fact all your career racing in Spain. Talk a little bit about just how you got into the sport of kart racing.
Well, my dad he likes motor racing, and once he took me to a kart, to a track, and he just hired a car to see if I liked it, just to try. And I liked it, and I just wanted to start karting.
Now, the Rotax World Finals this year was at Portimão in Portugal, and so almost a local event to you, but it was the crowning moment of a season in 2012 that was incredibly successful, and you very graciously brought some profile information. I'll just run through this. In Minimax in 2012, you won the Championship of Motorland Aragon. You won the Copa Rotax España, and I'm going to get this pronunciation wrong, I know, but you were also the champion in the Madrid Torrejon, is that correct? Torrejon, there we go, I got to get my Spanish, I got to put my teeth in for that. That was all in Minimax. Now, in the Rotax World Finals, they don't run Minimax, they run Micromax. Tell us a little bit about the difference between your regular kart and what you had to race at the Rotax World Finals.
The difference is massive difference between the Micromax and Minimax. It's just you have to get used to the kart, because if you're racing all year in Minimax and then you suddenly doing a race on Micromax, you have to remember what you did on the past with that too.
And you don't get to use your own kart either. At the Rotax World Finals, there are, if there's 30 entries, they have 30 chassis, all the same brand of chassis, and they have 30 engines, all the same engines, but you draw lots for the chassis and the engine, and you're not given much time then to learn the circuit and to learn the kart. It's a tough challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, we only had 4 sessions. We had a chassis we didn't know, we had new type of tyres we didn't know. They had 2 of the sessions were in the rain. We were doing really good, but suddenly qualifying in the rain as well. Had a puncture and I qualified 29th.
So it wasn't a smooth ride to the World Micromax Championship, then, was it? It was, so started 29th in qualifying. What happened in the heat races?
The first race I went up to 5th, and then the second race in about 5 laps I was in the lead.
And then for the final, where do you start for the final? How did the final race go? Because it all boils down in the World Finals. In the final race of the weekend, the person that crosses the line first can call themselves world champion.
Well, yeah, for me the final was really, really difficult, because you have to get rid of 5 persons. I didn't have that mentality of winning, but I did it in the end, and just carry on doing laps and laps and laps until you get into the end of the race.
And I suppose you see the last lap board, you know you're in a good position. How, even at the age of 11, how do you kind of mentally control yourself around that last lap? Because there must be a lot of nerves.
It was a lot of nerves, because I had pressure on myself, and the only thing it could happen if I don't win the race, it's a mistake. So you are just not trying to make mistakes, because if you make a mistake, you lost.
Lose it all. But that moment then when you come onto the final straight, you can see the starter there holding the checker flag, you know that you're in the lead. Can you describe, and I asked this to all the drivers that have won major events, can you describe what that is feeling like when you cross that line, the checker flag goes down, and then you realise, yep, world Micromax champion?
It's just unbelievable. When I cross the line, it's just like,
and I mean, obviously your parents are supporting you, and karting is a family sport, so your parents and brothers and sisters, they're there as well, aren't they? And it's good to see them and how happy they are.
Yeah, my dad was really proud, and my mechanic as well, and the family was watching me as well, and they were really proud of me.
And when you go then back into school, because you've got to juggle school with this as well, haven't you? You're away racing quite a lot, but then you've got to keep up with the schoolwork. Are the school and your school friends supportive of what you do?
Yeah, my friends normally learn to YouTube if they can, and they see it, and they're always supporting me.
Because kids go off and they play rugby, they play football, especially in Spain they play football an awful lot. In Spain, I know that bike racing is extremely popular, and I know that rallying is extremely popular. A certain Fernando Alonso comes along in Formula One, and suddenly motor racing, Formula One and circuit racing is quite popular as well.
Yeah. Formula One racing is not like people that they know football, but there is persons as well that they know what it is, and they have a look at what they do, and it's not a lot of persons know about it, but there is persons that do know what it's like racing.
And now that you've got the world champion, the Rotax World Finals trophy in Micromax, 2013, when you fly back to Spain later on tomorrow, what will Ayrton Simmons be doing on the circuit in 2013?
We'll probably try to race here in England. We'll do probably around the Super 1. We'll race in Rotax Hoddesdon.
Because that's where a lot of drivers, because Roy House is quite close to London, and because it's got quite a rich heritage, Roy House, you can come over here, and it doesn't take too long, to get from the airport to the circuit, and there's a lot of support there with the kart shop. Do you think that you will need to come and race in the UK as you get older to kind of improve yourself?
I think I will learn a lot here, because in Spain I can't learn anymore,
Well, I mean, you've had such a successful year in 2012, 3 championships in Spain, plus the World Finals. You need to kind of keep pushing yourself as a driver and seek out new competition.
Yeah, well, here is, I have to keep my mentality up, because this year is another level, another place where we're going to race, and it's going to be a big chassis as well that I'm not used to, and I'll hopefully be about a couple of weeks to keep me strong, and then I'll hopefully do good.
Yeah, so you'll be on the pace very quickly. Well, now I know that you've got a Facebook page as well, so if people wanted to find out a little bit more about Ayrton Simmons and what you're doing when you do come to the UK to race, where would they go to find you?
Well, they can log on into the website, it's not on there, but they can contact me by email and Facebook.
So the website is
simmonskartracing.com.
Well, Ayrton Simmons, it's been a huge pleasure to have you here on the karting stage. Thank you very much for taking the time and the effort to come all the way from Spain to show off your trophy and to talk to us here on the Formula Kart Star stage, and I wish you all the best for 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, Ayrton Simmons.